It's the NFL on EA Sports. All eyes are on Cooper Kupp. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Rams and the Seahawks.
First game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead. And we're off in week 2. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped it to 17. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And this would be his second NFL start. Last week was about what you'd expect to see from a rookie quarterback. Had some good moments, but not enough to lead his guys to victory. Now we'll have to see how he handles adversity because on the college level, he didn't lose a whole lot of games.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now back to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now first down pickup of 8. The Seahawks had 0-1 of the year following the loss in the opener. And what doubly stings for them, CD, they lose week 1 at home, and now here on the road week 2. So it's certainly not a must-win, but boy, you hate to start a season with 2 straight losses.
Yeah, because you sort of feel like you're playing from behind right from the beginning, and that can really mess with your confidence. Plus, if you get to 0-2, here come the articles, here comes the sports talk shows, pointing out the small percentage of teams that make the playoffs after they begin a season 0-2.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. He'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. 32 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So, Charles, this game number 2 in the NFL career of this rookie quarterback. His guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things. And they like the fact that he's not blaming other people because I thought he struggled. The only thing that's going to help him, though, reps. No matter how many big games you played in college, how well you do in practice, the reps in the real games, that's when you begin to grow as a quarterback.
2nd and 6. And that'll be incomplete. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. They'll look to throw. This is caught. And And the Seahawks are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a first and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. It's their quarterback. His second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are on the board first on the road here in L.A. That touchdown, Charles, the first rushing TD of his rookie year.
I don't know that he's going to be Lamar Jackson or Russell Wilson or Josh Allen at this stage of his career, but he's got youth on his side. Those young legs, he put them to good use there, didn't he?
Point after, right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
A seasoned veteran, we're seeing more chapters being added in Stafford's decorated career. Secure the Super Bowl ring, remains a respected leader, and his stats, they're better than ever. Now we just continue to watch him climb the ranks of the NFL's all-time passing leaders.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of carries, 116 yards.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers.
Type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against him.
He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And got his man complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And boy, that was something to watch, wasn't it? How about the way these guys came out here in the first quarter? They really put their stamp on this game early with their play calls, and they certainly look good so far.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story. That's a full 67 yards in the air. Walker now on 1st and 10.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, they'll throw.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll look to throw here.
This one goes underneath to Walker, and he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the 1st down at around the 22.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
They'll set up to throw. Rolling to his left. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawks touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game.
Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
It's a gain of 5.
To throw is Stafford. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald just so strong they can't block him, and he records the sack.
They just gave up the sack there, if I'm not mistaken. They gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot the last couple of games.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Shifts by him. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down and 4. Stafford.
He'll dump this off to Akers.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
And he stopped immediately there. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Game of the Week award last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stafford. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. From the 27, Stafford. Open man. Hidby, the tight end.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 2nd and 1, Stafford.
Middle of the field to Jefferson. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run here with Akers.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Cam Akers, his 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams have got it back to within a score.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And it
Rams, who capped it off with a touchdown. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brought down, that is on the 6-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Stafford. Man open is Robinson. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
A give up the middle to Akers.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll go again here with Akers.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. The tackle made back at his 48.
Stafford now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now.
Mitch Wishnowsky in formation.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try to buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. It's taken to the 26. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10. At about the 32. The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Stafford. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Here's Stafford. He's got a man, complete. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Again, it's Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
That's good for Rams. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Stafford on 1st down. And this one is incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now it's Stafford. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. He finds Robinson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 15-yard line. A couple of vets, Stafford to Robinson there. 1st down Rams.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams have taken the lead.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown score or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals, they all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's caught. Lockett. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Rams going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
On first down, Stafford here. That's complete to Robinson. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On first down, it's Stafford. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. From the 44, Stafford looking underneath. He's got Akers. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On first and 10, Stafford.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
To the air again, Stafford.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've come upon halftime with a visiting.
Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Rams
Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Going right back to Akers. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. That'll be caught by Cup.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. On 2nd and 10. Stafford, middle of the field. It's Robinson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Throwing again is Stafford. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
From the 50, Stafford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
It's a gain of 7.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford going to let one fly for Robinson. And this is caught. A big play there for L.A. 43 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Akers. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line.
Stop short of the goal line. No gain
On 2nd and goal. Stafford. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the 2nd half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just letting you know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And that's going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches.
8.
The yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a first down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out wide. Absolutely. Over 100 yards, has the 8 catches. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford.
And that one complete downfield to Kupp. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play. And that's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover it.
On the give, this is Akers. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Akers again. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. That time, a 6-play drive. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Going right back to Fant. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I don't care what sport you're playing, Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. On second down, it's Walker, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On play action, they'll throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to a field goal. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Stafford looks to throw again. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Stafford on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Three yards remain for 2nd down.
Now Stafford. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Again, it's Stafford. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
On the handoff, it's Akers. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up third.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. And this offense on 3rd down today, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the 50, it's Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4, 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. At the 26-yard line.
Here's Stafford. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
The kick by Parkey is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case, because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. They'll drop to throw. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a 1-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Here's Akers. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Now here's Michael Dixon, standing just outside his own goal line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10. At their 35-yard line. He starts with a give to Akers. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. on 2nd and 9. Stafford looking sideline, incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one into the hands of Metcalf. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Now back to throw.
He'll find Eskridge here complete.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
8-yard pickup. 1st down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now left side on the swing pass, and this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they will take a knee here.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about